Alright, so today I'm going to take a look at this place in the Caribbean islands, Montserrat. It's Plymouth. They call it Pompeii of the Caribbean. And I just came across pictures of this place and this event for the first time. Apparently it happened in 1995 or 1997. By then it was completely abandoned. But I can't help but think, like, my gosh, these pictures look to me like the closest thing I've seen to what the pictures look like in the 1800s, that, where they're digging out buildings like in Rome, and how old monuments were covered, like the pyramids with this shifting sands. And this could look like shifting sand. And I can't help but notice how, as you're gonna see, they're buried like the perfect amount for like what we would consider mudflood. And there's no structural damage really. Obviously there's some damage to this building, but it's like the closest thing. Cause look, there's areas that didn't really get it, and then there's areas that did. So it's like the perfect combination. And look at this, like, stuff just sticking out, the obelisks. I mean, oh my god, I just couldn't believe it. So yeah, this is like a video. Apocalypse, Montserrat, Plymouth destroyed by a volcano. And we'll take a look at a few pretty interesting shots from it. More of them at the end. You know, and the way that it flows on like hills, just kind of like San Francisco, or you see any of these places that have such hilly areas. I mean, the one thing is, okay, I know there wasn't volcanoes everywhere, but we also know volcanoes aren't like a natural thing. So look at that. I mean, that's so classic. I mean, looks like this is what I would imagine the cities to have looking like before the inheritors came in and cleaned everything up. And there are pictures that look like this of many places. And there's no real explanation to why they do. In the pictures, like in the captions, you won't see anything like that. Look at that building in the background, Thing is, a lot of these aren't stone. They're old world style, so can't get the full picture, but I think you can understand what I'm seeing here. And to me, this makes more sense than anything. I mean, obviously, it could be a combination of things for different places, and I don't think it all happened at once, but to me, this is like the closest, and we got things sticking out like this, and they just repurpose them. I mean, look at that. It's so, like, classic with the windows half cut off. Some buildings got it bad, some buildings didn't. That one, how it's on an angle. I've seen so many buildings like that. So yeah, and even, just looking at Google Images, it's so, like, typical. I can't get over it, how no one's ever brought this up as, like, in connection to the mud flood, or as the source of the mud flood. And there's that thing before it was buried. It's like a clock tower. But yeah, I think I'm kind of sold on some kind of ash in the air. You know, it doesn't have to be a volcano. It's before and after, I guess. But some kind of thing, and I think they could even artificially probably make something like this from explosions and who knows what. But yeah, I thought this was really weird, really cool. And this is even on Wikiliars, but they even had some kind of interesting pictures. Look at that with the arches sticking out. I mean, that's just so typical of Mudflood. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let me know. And ooh, the file cannot be displayed. And then also, I also wanted to address, you know, this video that I showed of the Statue of Liberty appearing flooded. Now, the name of the photo is actually called "The Day Before the Great Naval Review, the Fleet Passing Castle William." It's a long ass name, I forget. Passing Castle Williams, blah blah blah, on the way up the Hudson. But so when you Google it, there's only two websites that show photos of it at all, and they really most of the pictures don't even show the Statue of Liberty. Like this one does, but you can't. It doesn't focus on it really. It's 1893. You know, the year of the World's Fair. I thought that was kind of interesting. It's by some guy, Victor Perard. So this is the only website I found that features it. I didn't search crazy deep or anything, but you know, here's the picture they give. You can't zoom in on it, and then they give three zoomed in thumbnails to check out, but none of them show the Statue of Liberty. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. You know, they mention, obviously they make no mention of it. Statue of Liberty to the left. They don't mention that it's underwater. But yeah, that's the name of the photo. You know, the picture, and who knows what we're really looking at here. You know, but it's very interesting, and I thought it'd be a nice follow-up since so many guys have checked out that video. And if you want to do some research on it or search yourself, you know, you could buy one for $950. It appeared in Harper's Weekly in 1893. But literally, there's no other pictures of it. It's crazy. You type into Google, and then even on when you search it, oh, it's an engraving. They don't show it in this website. And that's it. There's really nothing more of it. This is a text about it. Pandemonium on the Hudson. I was reading it a little bit. Oh, here we go. The glare of an angry sky turned the harbor behind the warships to molten lead, upon which the gigantic figures of Liberty seemed to stand for a time, and was soon swallowed up in a bank of gray haze. Then the threatening sky relented. The sun broke out ahead and painted across the sullen clouds a rainbow arch that stretched from Manhattan to the Jersey Shore, right where we are. It seemed kindly miracle at the opportune moment, beggaring man's more humbling efforts on shore, but forming a fitting arch of triumph, beneath which the victorious admiral sailed to his triumphal anchorage. The feature of the scene, fleet, broke on the views. The Castle Williams roared an admiral's salute to the Olympia off the battery. That's an old star fort, and was most likely actually used as a battery at one time. So they don't just use names like that for no reason. The pageant moved majestically into that. And so, who knows what's molten lead? Gray haze, molten lead, aerial bombs. Oh, here we go. What do you guys think? So, here too a disaster of wind and rain impeded. Storm clouds had gathered the day that followed. A sharp wind bred whitecaps, even the Nile River. So who knows? It was a storm and a battle. I really don't know, but I thought it was pretty interesting. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Check you out next time. Pretty soon, actually. Peace.